Good morning, evening, and afternoon. Welcome to part 25. Let me just double check that because 24, sorry. To 24 of Aokana,蒼の彼方のフォーリズム. Last time it was more centered around Mashiro, that episode. It started off with Masaya just thinking about what he's seen in regards to Mashiro and realized that the style that she's doing right now, which I think was fighter, she wanted to mimic Misaki. So he realized that style didn't suit her. So he's been trying to tiptoe around, trying to figure out when he can really suggest a change. But he wasn't able to find the right time because she apparently seemed to be in a bad mood. Or in his mind, she just didn't like talking to him at that moment. I'm not too sure. So he thought, okay, well, I might as well just wait until she feels better. Anyway, so they went to practice, and just as they were about to end practice, Mashiro didn't take her landing correctly, and she had hurt her ankle. From what Madoka could tell, it didn't seem too serious, but it would have been best to have that checked out, so she went to the hospital. And interestingly enough here, Misaki thought, oh, she said there, well, since that's all that is left, I might as well just go. I'm just going to skip in a sense. What's the right wording? Yeah, she just wanted to go, and then she said, I didn't quite... Okay. So, we had a decision where we had a chance of trying to persuade her to stay or work harder, or we just leave it and let her go. I decided to go with letting her go. Just felt like it was the right choice at that time. And Asuka made a good thought. Where was it? Don't you think Misaki-chan just wants to go check on Mashiro-chan? So that does make sense, but she didn't also have to go out of the way to try and skirt around it, unless she it's hard to say. But it is interesting because especially this last part here where we ended off with, where we have Misaki flying off in a distance and hear her do this. No, it's kind of agitated, but it does have a worried tone to it, more. Irritated. I don't know, it's hard for me to really explain how this emotion, like I should say. But you can see it as well with her flying in an odd pattern as well, it's not straight. It's almost like she's also upset with herself. Yeah, Misaki's really an interesting character for me. So, what we can expect next, I'm not too sure. We have that studying group planned out to come soon. And we have to keep an eye on Mashiro as well now. We're going to change her style, as well as keep an eye on her well-being. So, as for this one, I'm not too sure where we're going to go now. I wonder what Misaki's thoughts are right now as well. Hope this gets explained. Anyway, let's take a look.
また勝てなかった。
Interesting.
高藤のキャプテン。
So she's been holding it in, she's been upset ever since then. And it's nice wording as well. I wonder if it said that in Japanese as well. Hold on a second. Or I can just listen to her.
また勝てなかった。
Mata, which is again, so that's great. I just wasn't sure if that was... So, I lost again is interesting words because in our mind, the viewers, we've only seen her participate in one Flying Circus, in a sense, battle. And she's only lost once from what we can see. So her saying, I lost again, shows that she has participated before. I mean, obviously it was evident because of her ability. But I like that.
もう一回。
Eh? Some clapping?
誰？
Oh, you looked good out there, but you're gonna tire yourself out at this rate. Interesting, I didn't think Masi would follow her.
まさや？
Misaki is surprised to see me. Of course she is. After Misaki left early, we carried on and finished practice. So it's been quite a while. Plus, this spot is near Misaki's place, which is nowhere near my house. Okay, so this isn't just after that whole training thing. This has just been a few, like maybe half an hour after that or something like that. Why don't you try doing that during practice? I can actually throw a couple pointers your way if you do. Misaki has a grave look on her face. Who were you imagining as your opponent there? She was darting about wildly in an attempt to keep up with some invisible opponent. Okay, so that's why her movement was like that, okay. Since she said lost again, maybe it was Shindo-san?
別に最近無性に飛びたくなる時があって、がむしゃらに飛ばないとおかしくなりそうになるだけ。
I'm guessing lately means since the training camp with Takafuji. I wasn't completely convinced a moment ago, but based on her reaction, I could tell she was shadowboxing with Shindo-san. Then do that during practice, and also apologize to Asuka tomorrow.
どうして？
Because she believed in you. She refused to entertain the thought that Misaki was skipping practice. Though, to be fair, solo practice isn't exactly skipping.
よくわかんないけど、練習サボったことなら明日謝っておく。というわけで、帰って。
Her words are calm, but her expression is pretty cold. I'm sorry for showing up out of the blue. You didn't answer your phone, so I called your place and your grandmother told me I could probably find you here.
おばあちゃんが？
So she stays with her grandmother. Her stern expression softened at the mention of her grandmother, so she likes her grandmother then. Actually, I missed one step there. I called Maraka first to confirm that Misaki didn't go visit Mashiro.
で、じゃあ結局私のとこに来たよって何？
About that. I showed him my posture even though we're mid-air, and then... Please Misaki, help me win over Mashiro. So you can use her as a mediatory as a middleman to try and explain about changing her form, style. I bow my head to her.
Huh?
Okay, well, now that I think about it, his words are... Actually, I'm curious about what these words are in Japanese. It's tough to read the end of it, but I'll try and believe the translators. So, what was interesting is, please help me win over Mashiro. this is almost like he's saying that he likes Mashiro and wants Misaki to help him. Saki's eyes widen in surprise. Guess she wasn't expecting that.
要はマサヤとマシロが仲良くなるアドバイスをしろと
Okay, so it was cleared up. Oh, yeah. Sorry if I gave you the wrong idea.
まあちょっと面白かったけどね。マサヤとマシロのカップリングとか想像しただけでご飯が進みそう。
Yeah, so she did think that in the beginning. Misaki chuckles to herself.
でもさ、マサヤ分かってる？あの子がマサヤにそっけない理由ってほぼ私だよ。
That's exactly why you're the only one I can turn to for help. Keeping you at arm's length won't change anything at this point.
あえて近づいても火に油を注ぐだけじゃない？
I mean, I'm not trying to get all buddy-buddy. I just need some advice. You know Mashiro better than anyone, so you're the perfect choice.
分かったような分からないような。
So I was expecting her to say something else, but because she didn't say anything about that. Yeah, so here she says, hold on a second.
分かったような分からないような。
I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. So it's like, I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, I don't get where you're coming from. But this another thing, I don't know if she's going to say that next, but no, never mind. Well, Priest told me I should rely on you guys more, which makes sense to me. I probably seem like a total loser right now, but I can't let my worries hold me back.
本当に私が原因ならすぐ解決できる方法があるけど。
And that is?
マシロをしっかりと安心させる。具体的には私がマシロの望む関係になる。
I stared at Misaki in shock. Is she serious? Would you want to do that?
いいわけないでしょ。何をどこまで望まれてるのかわからないのに。
Okay. For some reason, I feel a little relieved. Actually, I've been wondering. What is your relationship exactly?
そうやって改まって聞かれると私も頭が痛くなりそうなんだけど。いい子なんだけどね。甘い顔するとどこまでも再現なくなっちゃうんだ。
How did you two first meet? Maybe knowing that will help someone.
それは私一人の話じゃないから言えないかな。
I see.
多分普通の正しい形としてはさ、信頼とかって日々の言動の積み重ねが裏付けてくんだよ。
I hope that works. If I keep trying, I'll close the distance between us someday, though that's only in the best case scenario. And honestly, because of what he wants to do, someday is not gonna help.
単純に積み重ねる時間がまだ短すぎるってのはあるだろうね。誰も悪くないんだからいつか時間が解決するだろうけど、それを待っていられない現状があるわけで。さらに真白の場合は私を挟んでスタート地点が通常よりもさらに後方だし。
Yep, she probably doesn't even want to talk to me. Ah man, what a pain. Gotta say though.
というか何？
Toyuka nani is like, as you're saying, what? In other words, what? In other words, like, what do you mean? You seem to be enjoying yourself. To be honest, I expect her to find my cry for help annoying.
どうだろう。
Again, she doesn't say anything about weird. She seems to be lost in thought right now.
そうだね。いつも偉そうなマサヤがそこそこの付き合いで初めて私に首相に相談してきたから面白がってるのかも。
Do you hate me too?
まあまあ、嫌いじゃないよ私は。
Interesting.
まあ
Ah, whoops.
まあまあ、嫌いじゃないよ私は。
Well, here she says it's like ma is like, how do I translate ma? Well then, or like well, or it's like sateto type of thing. It's really hard to translate that. Anyway, she says rather than I swear I like you, it's more like it's not that I dislike you.
まあまあ、嫌いじゃないよ私は。
I don't dislike you in a sense. Obviously, it's like it's not. What she's saying is she doesn't dislike him. So it could be neutral. It could be like. So just saying I like you is not really the right way of going about it. Kind of hard to accept that right now.
相談料は何かな。
She could at least pretend to care about something other than a reward. How about I reward you based on your results? You'll get as much udon as your work deserves.
こうなったら荒領事しかないと思うんだよね。
Glad that upped her motivation. And your last resort is what exactly? What does she mean? Hey, where are we going?
任せなさいって。
Hashi's rather saying just leave it to me. Apparently Misaki's last resort has something to do with pudding, since she made me buy her some at the convenience store. And now she's taking me to some other strange place. This isn't anywhere near her house.
降りるよ。
Huh? This is... Udon? This is Udon, the... talking about earlier. Seriously, where are we? You want me to pay up front?
それでもいいけど、そういう意味じゃないんだな。
Okay, I think I already know. Maybe. So I don't know about that kanji, but I thought, could it be maybe? And then I look over here and I see this katakana here, Mashiro. So does Mashiro's family run an udon restaurant? Or am I getting ahead of myself here? Misaki giggles as she says that.
もうちょっとだけ黙ってついてきて。
Okay, now we've actually entered the place. Yeah, Mashiro here as well.
いらっしゃいませ。って、あら、美咲ちゃん。いらっしゃい。
Ma udon. Interesting. Botan. Unique name.
こんにちは、ボタンさん。
A young waitress approaches us. Seems like they're acquainted. I'm guessing that's Mashiro's mother? I might be getting ahead of myself.
あら
A young woman finally notices me.
あらあらあらあら。まあまあまあまあ。
I don't know why I really enjoy that type of speech mannerisms. I don't know if that's the right way of calling it, but that's it easily makes you picture a mother in a sense, like someone's. How can I word this right? Her. I think it's better to have it in Japanese. The ara ara ma ma type thing, as well as the way she's acting as well. It just instantly tells me she's Mashiro's mother.
彼氏
The waitress covers her mouth with a tray in her hand as she asks Misaki that question. Not that it matters, but I can hear every single word she's saying.
だったらよかったんですけどね。
So the Japanese was interesting, yeah.
だったらよかったんですけどね。
If that was the case... Sorry if I'm keep repeating this.
だったらよかったんですけどね。
It'd be great if that was the case. In a sense, is what she's saying. And also in English, obviously, they did a good job, yeah. Unfortunately, he isn't. Misaki casually answers her in a sarcastic tone. Was the Japanese sarcastic? Hold on. Sorry about this.
だったらよかったんですけどね。
Yeah, I can feel a bit of it, yeah.
そうなんだ。残念。じゃあ、おうどん何にする？みさきちゃん？
Misaki? Cold sweat erupts from her body. Her breathing grows heavy, her body starts to quiver, and her eyes even become teary. She seems to be struggling real hard here, which has me confused.
いえ、後で。
Is it because she really wants, but she knows she can't right now?
あら、そうなの？
Can't believe it's this hard for her to say no to. Oh, yeah, okay, I thought it was right. Pretty lame that Misaki's more flustered by that question than when the waitress asked if I was her boyfriend. Kinda hurts even. Oh, why are you holding back? Just go get something.
私の一世一代の決意を邪魔しないで。
Oh, come on, you can't be serious.
じゃなくて、その、
Yeah,
帰
that's
って
right.
きてます？
I mean, I find that quite interesting because for Japanese readers, they would obviously have already picked it up. It was quite obviously with the Mashiro here and the Mashiro from the previous time as well. It was quite easy to see that. But for English readers, you wouldn't be able to obviously know that. And I find that quite interesting. I never thought of it that way.
あら、心配してきてくれたのね。大したことないみたいだし、もうそろそろ帰ってくる頃だと思うけど。
Worried? Nothing serious? I wonder how that... 心配大したことない? I think that's Shinpai, I'm not too sure. Okay, so I was just curious because I'm surprised Marcia has not picked it up, even though I have. Well, I mean, I had time to look at some of the obvious signs, so... Something about that sounds awfully familiar.
食べないなら上に上がって待ってる？
If you don't want to eat, do you want to wait upstairs instead? Type of thing.
食べないなら上に上がって待ってる？いいですか？どうぞ。お茶とジュース、どっちがいい？
So, I keep doing this today. Interestingly here, rather than just saying, should I bring up some tea or juice? Here she's asking, would you want some tea or juice? So here you can see that she's offering a choice, but in the Japanese it was more directly asking, what would you prefer to have?
大丈夫です。お構いなく。
You don't have to go out of your way for us. Okay, I'm officially lost. Uh-huh. I hurriedly bow in response to her smile, then quickly follow after Misaki to keep myself from getting left behind. What a mess. interesting. She likes his character, it seems. Plays a lot of games. Got a fighting controller there. Really into games, it seems. Got a GameCube, I think that is. That almost looks like a PlayStation. Old one. Got a lot of things up here as well. There's a Switch. Oh, there it looks like a PlayStation 1 there. Although probably not, no. I think it's because of the color that made me think that. There's another one, yeah. Maybe an Xbox, not too sure because of the controller. Interesting. Why arrange sorted goods all over the place. You can learn a lot from just looking at this, which is interesting. We've got a tablet here. It's got a lot of things plugged in at once here. Shows that she doesn't just do one console at a time. She mixes one or two. And it also is a more of a traditional room in a sense, with tatami floors, sliding doors, this light fixture. I don't know what they would call them. Okay. I don't even know how to describe this room. It's messy per se, but there's so much stuff around there, it definitely comes off that way. I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, it's the feeling of not wanting to really enter a girl's room. No, I'm coming. Urged on by her a second time, I step into the room. Really not reserved whatsoever, just goes at her own pace. I already feel bad about entering the room, so there's no way I can just casually play games in here without even knowing who the owner is. I am so surprised he still does not get it. Look around the room again, and other than consoles that are sprawled across the floor, there are a ton of plushies in different sizes that all share a similar design. It's a cat-like creature that has a vile god written on it. Okay, yeah, I see the kami there. I'm not too sure. How does it write it in Japanese? Oh, I do not know that kanji. I know that one, but I don't know that one. Because vile to me is quite explicit, I guess you could say. I'm just going to do a quick translate, see if what vile comes out as. Vile doesn't come up with it. Interesting. I'm just going to do a quick pause. So I looked it up, the kanji itself, because I'm quite curious. I don't know why, but vile just didn't seem right to me. And I looked it up, and that kanji, which is read as Ayakushima or Ja, it just translates as wicked, evil, wrong, or bad. Vile, on the other hand, was Iyashi in a sense, or Kasha. Nah, I think Iyashi, I'm not too sure. But anyway, that kanji is more like Yakushima or Ja. And putting it together, it is read as Jashin, which means evil god. So vile really is, I don't know why they went with vile. Again, quite confusing why they went with that. Maybe? I don't know.
それなんだっけ。モンタッタってゲームのお助けだったかな。手伝って戦ってくれるやつ。
So they are talking about Monster Hunter. because I played Monster Hunter World, and there's cats like this that help you, so why is it called Evil God? Sorry if I'm going to do this, but I just feel like it's better to do that. Now, that's probably something I'm better off not knowing. Yeah, that is actually interesting why they call it that. You seem to know a lot about this stuff.
新作が出るたびにゲームをゲーム機ごと渡されてプレイしたからね。一緒にやってくれる人いないんだってさ。あの子、基本いい子キャラして猫かぶってるから。
Oh right, I forgot. He still doesn't know who she's talking about. Shit, don't tell me. Oh, is he only getting it now? Where exactly are we? I mean, this obviously isn't your place. Wait, he still doesn't?
あれ、言ってなかったっけ？真っ白の部屋だよ。
I knew it. Okay, so you did pick up on it later on, but I'm still surprised. I bolted out of the room. I mean, I can understand because he's been trying to get on better terms with her, and obviously him being in her room is not going to be of good terms.
どうしたの？
That makes perfect sense. I mean, the room has refined aura of elegance and class. I compliment the room in an attempt to paint over my mistake.
まさや、入ってすぐにうわーって言ってたよね。
Don't tell her. Promise you won't say anything to Mashiro, okay? I'm not just acting. I'm super desperate here.
大丈夫だって。コンビニでプリン買ったでしょ？あの子の大好きな生クリームの乗ってるやつ。
You made me buy a present for her? The plastic bag from the convenience store is in my hands as I flail about randomly. But after hearing that, I gently set it down.
あの子、トウモロコシも大好きなんだけど、おばあちゃんが作ってるのは早くても6月にならないと取れないから。
Listen, I'm not worried about the state of her room, you hear? The real problem is that I just took a good look at all her stuff without her permission.
まさや、必死すぎない？
Can you blame me? I mean, I made a similar mistake before, which ended up pretty poorly. Anyway, I'm out of here.
ここなら腹を割って話せると思ったのに。
If anything, it'll be a dagger to hard talk.
お、うまいこと言った感ある。
This isn't funny. Look, you wouldn't like it if I just barged into your room, right? I don't think she wouldn't mind.
私だったら大して気にしないと思うけど。
She just seemed like that type of person. Well, aren't we special?
ボタンさんが上がってって言ってくれたし。
And you should have politely declined. Actually, now that I think about it, Mashiro's sister must have thought we came to check on Mashiro since she got injured earlier. I mean, it's a good compliment to Mashiro's mother. I'm pretty sure it is. I messed up. As her coach, I should have apologized to her family right away. We're past that point now, though.
もしかして、真っ白傷つくかな？
Kizutsu is more like hurt. I think Mashiro will get hurt. If she finds out, yeah. I can't tell whether she'll snap or cry, but I'm sure it'll be bad either way.
どうしよう。
Because I find it interesting, she was fine with it. She thought it would be fine because that's how she thought. She didn't take into account how Mashiro would think about it. Misaki quietly drops her shoulders. Wait, she's seriously sad about all of this? Misaki usually treats Mashiro quite coldly, but maybe she actually cares a whole lot about her. She could just be showing affection in her own weird way. It's real hard to tell though. Sorry. Having returned downstairs with Misaki and finding out that there happens to be no customers around, I apologize to Moto-san without a moment's delay.
あら、何が？
I explained that it's for both not introducing myself earlier and letting Mashiro get injured.
そんなこといいのよ。気にしないで。
According to what she said, Mashiro herself, Mariko, and Aoi's son already informed her of Mashiro getting injured.
それと真白の怪我については話を聞く限りあの子のドジだし本人もそう言ってたわ。
But
母親の言うことだから
yeah.
信用してくださいな。ね、マサヤ先輩。
Huh?
部活でのこと真白から聞いているわ。いい先輩だって。
Sorry, one second. I just want to see if she refers to herself. Yeah.
母親の言うことだから。
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Hahaue. Hahaue. Ue. I'm mispronouncing it. She's actually talking me up at home. I don't think he's picked it up yet. He was under the impression she didn't like me. Oh wait, is her mother just lying to make me feel better? Oh, he did pick it up, okay. Or I'm standing there feeling kind of awkward.
こちらこそ真白がお世話になっています。これからもよろしくお願いします。
With that, she bows her head to me. Also, Botan-san?
何かしら？
I'm surprised you aren't actually Mashiro's sister.
あら、嬉しい。おうどん、食べてきなさい。ごち。
Sorry about that. I'm not trying to flatter her, I swear. No matter how I look at her, she doesn't seem anywhere old enough to be Mashiro's mother. Mashiro looks young for her age too, and that still isn't enough to change things in my mind. Before answering, I bow one more time, and as she comes up. Now, how will she react? We'll find out next time. Interesting. Unfortunately, I had a lot to say in today's episode. I kind of dislike it and like it at the same time. I enjoy finding more about those types of things, seeing the reasoning, why do they translate it that way. I find it quite fascinating, honestly. But yeah, so it was interesting to see that Misaki was sure she was worried about Mashiro, but she was a lot more focused and worried about her previous defeat against Shindo. I'm pretty surprised Masaya also was around that area where she was at that time. And also shows that Misaki actually knows quite a lot about Mashiro actually. She knew what type of favorite food she liked. Put the pudding with a lot of fresh cream on top. Oh, and if you're thinking about the pudding, I'm pretty sure the pudding they're referring to is I think it's called caramel cream? Or cream caramel, sorry. I'm pretty sure that is what they refer to when they refer to pudding. So whenever people refer to pudding, that's instantly what comes to mind to me. Otherwise, they would probably just use the word like dessert or other specific names. But yeah, and then we were introduced to Botan-san, Mashiro's mother. Interesting character. Quite friendly and understanding. Not too worried, it seems as well. Then we saw Mashiro's room. It really does show Mashiro's character, I guess you could say. Yeah, there was a lot of bits and pieces here and there which was really good in this episode. But it was interesting that Misaki didn't want to talk about Mashiro and her first time meeting or introduction in a sense. I don't know what there is to that. And I'm surprised that we're also able to see that Masaya is still worried. He takes it to... How do I word this? he still feels bad about seeing Rika in that situation. So now he's even more conscious of anything that has to do with other girls, I guess you could say. Okay. Really enjoyed it. I had to pause here and there multiple times, so quite a bit of editing, but oh well. Well, it was an interesting episode. Can't wait to see what's gonna happen next. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought. I'll see you all next time.